StrayAllDay.com.
Now tuned into the show where you learn the discipline to show up day after day to do the work, the confidence to put yourself out there boldly and authentically, and the mental toughness to continue showing up, doing the work, putting yourself out there, even when the success you've expected to achieve has yet to be achieved. And on top of all this, you get a huge dose of personal initiative, which is the go-getter energy that moves any one of us, including yourself, to go and make things happen instead of wait for things to happen. And we put all this together into one bundle, one package, one mindset, one method, one philosophy, one framework, one approach, one lifestyle. We wrote a book on the subject. We got many, but we got one specific book on the subject, another one on the way, and you got this daily masterclass, all under one umbrella that is called Work on Your Game. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, and welcome to the show. And today's topic, everyone, is 4 things that winners never do. Now, we just talked not too long ago about some habits of people who win in life. And I'm going to give you a few episodes where I talk about winning. Episode 1425, the 3 key aspects of winning in life. Episode 1668, how to be a winning player. I told you what to do when it feels like everyone is winning except you. That was episode 1704. Episode 1817, just a few weeks ago, 5 key mental attitudes of winners. And go back all the way to episode 116, winning in the long run. Episode 521, the you who is winning today will not be enough to win tomorrow. In other words, keep working. Episode number 605, the fastest way to get help in life is to start winning. Episode 982, why and how winning changes everything. And episode 1278, the winners are those who keep going in life. One more, episode 1376, how to present yourself as a winner. So clearly, winning matters in life, because even though there are some areas of life that are not zero-sum games, I mean, when it comes to something like success, when it comes to things like making money and happiness, there's enough of it to go around that everybody can have it, but there are some zero-sum games in life, things like any type of competition, things like sports, where there is a winner and there is a loser. When I'm talking about winning here, what I'm talking about is a person who has a winning mentality, meaning the type of person who is destined to create success and sustain success in their lives because of their habits, because of their lifestyle, because of the way that they see themselves, the way that they think, and thusly, in turn, the way that they behave. So that's what I mean when I say winners. So today we're going to talk about things that winners are never going to do. So what you need to do today is check yourself against these points that I'm going to share and make sure that you are not committing any of these faux pas, because if you are, then you are setting yourself up to be something other than a winner. I don't even have to tell you what that is, but actually we're going to do a whole episode on that tomorrow. So before we get to the points, I'm going to tell you, I got a text line. I want you to text me and tell me which one of these things you got to make sure you start checking yourself on more consistently, because maybe you've been slipping every now and then into doing one of these non-winning behaviors, one of these behaviors that are detrimental to winning in life. My number is 305-384-6894. Again, 305-384-6894. Text me and tell me which one of these points, 4 things that I'm going to share here today, you got to make sure you check yourself on more often, because sometimes you might slip every now and then. Don't tell anybody, but just check yourself. Point number 1, topic again, 4 things that winners never do. Winners never complain. Winners never complain. In episode number 1646, I told you that complaining is for one type of person in life. Complaining is for losers. Episode 576, I told you no apology, no complaint. And in episode number 1210, don't complain, play the game. All of life is a game. And sometimes in games, you roll, sometimes you just have a bad roll. Sometimes your opponents get lucky. Sometimes someone else just seems to be getting a lot more success than you. It's not stopping your success, but they're just getting more than you, and you don't understand why. And it's kind of pissing you off a little bit. I mean, you could be honest about it. You feel a little bit envious of it. But one thing that winners never do is complain. Winners don't complain about things not going their way, even though it doesn't mean things don't ever not go their way. They just don't complain about it. What people who don't win do is complain when things aren't going their way, or complain even when things are going their way. You know, some people who just always find a way to bitch, moan, and complain no matter what's happening. Even when things are working, they find a way to complain. Understand that there is only one positive use of complaining in life. It is to generate energy to fight back. That's the only reason you want to complain about anything, is that you want to use the energy of your complaining to say, you know what, forget this, I'm gonna fight back against this situation. You find yourself complaining, and you turn that complaining into action. All right, you turn into your action bias, which we talked about in episode number 1199. You turn that complaining into action bias, then you go do something. Okay, that's the only reason you should complain. And even then, even in that case, your complaining should be internal. Meaning you're bitching and complaining, but only in your own mind. You're not saying it out loud. You're not posting on your Facebook. You're not telling all your friends how bad things are for you. All you're doing is thinking the complaining thoughts. And when you catch yourself thinking, complaining, loser-ish thoughts, you immediately turn that thinking into action. All right, you get mad at yourself and turn that anger into action. Okay? That's the only time you should use complaining. Do not broadcast complaining to the world. Understand that winners do not have perfect lives. So anyone you know of in life who you consider that person a winner, listen, their life is not perfect. Even though it may appear perfect from your perspective, their life isn't perfect. The difference between the winners and the non-winners in life is that winners see things from a perspective of one key word, despite. D-E-S-P-I-T-E, despite. Despite the fact that things are not fair, I'm still going to win. Despite the fact that somebody's trying to hate on me, I'm still going to succeed. Despite the fact that things are not going exactly as I plan for them to go right now, it's still my duty to create success in my life. Despite the fact that someone else did something that is not my fault, that is causing me hardship, I'm still going to find a way to get to where I want to get to. That's the mentality of a winner. All right, not complaining, playing the game. Point number 2. Today's topic, once again, is 4 things that winners never do. Winners never see themselves as victims. Talked about this in episode 1524. We are not victims. And that could be anybody. When I say we, that can be anybody. All right. You are not a victim. Episode 645, how to never be a victim. Episode 394, how to avoid ever being a victim. Episode number 1613, I told you why victimhood sells. So if you want to understand why some people see themselves as victims, I'll tell you why that is. But winners never see themselves as victims. Victims are, this what makes someone a victim is that they are weaker than their circumstance. That's it. A victim is a person who is weaker than the circumstance at hand. How do I know that they're weaker than the circumstance? Because they have painted themselves as a victim. Being a victim is a choice, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the only way that you could be a victim not by choice is if you're dead. If you're dead, then you can consider yourself a victim. All right, anybody who dies, I'm okay with calling that person a victim. But anybody else, if you're alive and you can think and you can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, you're not a victim unless you choose to be. Victimhood is a choice. So a victim is a person who is looking at themselves as this bad thing has happened to me and I'm just going to stay down here. I'm just going to stay laying down. I laid down, I'm just going to stay down. All right, that's because the circumstance is stronger than you. All right, that's the very definition of a victim. All right, this show is not for those type of people. So anybody who sees himself as a victim probably is not even listening to me anymore, or you are changing your mind right now from being a victim to being a winner. I'm not mad at people for being victims, but understand the message of this show will not connect with someone who has that thought process. The only time you're a victim in life, as I said, is if you're dead, because then you can't do anything about what happened. Otherwise, you can always control your thoughts if you can't control anything else. Even if you can't move your body, you can always control the way that you think about a situation, and victimhood is a way of thinking. Victimhood is not something that happens to you, it is a way of thinking. Same way that embarrassment is not something that happens to you, it is a state of mind. If you're playing in a basketball game and somebody dunks on you and you fall down and the player stands over you and points at you and laughs at you and everybody in the crowd is going crazy and you know the video is going to go viral on social media before you even leave the gym because you just got dunked on, you don't have to feel embarrassed. You don't have to be embarrassed about it. You can say, all right, that person got a nice dunk off on me, but you don't have to feel bad about yourself or scared to show your face in school the next day or scared to post something on Instagram because you think people are going to laugh at you because you got dunked on. You don't have to feel embarrassed about it. Embarrassment is a choice. Victimhood is a choice. These are states of mind. No one can make you a victim. No one can make you a victim. Nothing that happens to you, if you have the mental faculties to think about what happened to you, then that means you don't have to be a victim if you don't want to be. What somebody else says or how somebody else will feel about a situation has no bearing on how you need to feel about a situation. Victims get victimized over and over again. Why? Because they're already laying down. It's easy to step on them. Now you just got to decide, do you want to be that or you want to be a winner? You can't be both at the same time. Point number 3. Today's topic, once again, is 4 things that winners never do. Winners never expect to lose. Winners always show up expecting to win. Now, just because you expect to win does not mean that you will be undefeated. It does not mean that you will not take losses. It does not mean that everything's going to go right. However, even though you know that everything's not always going to go perfect, you always show up with a positive expectation of things working the way that you want them to work. And you prepare for things to work the way that you want them to work. In other words, if you expect to win, then you do the things that a winner would have done. If you plan on winning a marathon, then that doesn't mean you just sit on your couch and say, yo, I expect to win, I expect to win, I expect to win. And then you show up at the marathon overweight, out of shape, you can't even walk up a flight of steps without needing to catch your breath, and then think you're gonna win a marathon because you had the quote expectation, close quote, of winning a marathon. No. When you truly expect something in life, you take action on that expectation. If you expect it to rain today, you're gonna carry an umbrella. If you expect it to be hot and you're going on vacation, you're probably not gonna pack a coat. You're probably gonna pack some shorts and some flip-flops and some swim trunks. Whatever you expect in life, your actions before the thing that you expect will show what you expect to happen. If you expect to sell a whole lot of copies of your book when it comes out, you're gonna order a whole lot of copies from the printer so that you can ship them out to the people who bought your book. Now, if you don't expect to sell any books, then you don't order any. What is your expectation in life? Winners never show up somewhere expecting to fail. The reason why they don't expect to fail is because they know, and this is what makes them a winner, they have done the preparation. They have done the preparatory work ahead of time to be ready to win. They expect to win because they know they've done the work. Now, what's the first principle of work on your game? The discipline to show up day after day to do the work. This is what makes you a winner. Because you've done the work every day, you have earned the right to expect to succeed. Now, if you haven't done that work, if you haven't shown up every day, and other thing is discipline creates confidence. Very confident people are very disciplined people, and I just explained to you why. The reason a person that is disciplined can be confident is because they've done the work. All right, what reason do they not have to believe that they're going to achieve? They did all the work. Isn't that the best way to have a high expectations of yourself? The best way to feel good about yourself is knowing that you've done the work, knowing that you've done the preparation while everybody else was sleeping. Discipline creates confidence, folks. You want to be confident, be disciplined. You want to expect to win, be disciplined. Do the work ahead of time. Don't wait till the day of. Do the work up front. You have earned your right to feel however you want to feel about yourself. Winners always expect to win because winners do winning things. All right, what is the principle that I tell you that the mirror motivation is going to help you understand? Who you need to be. The principle of success in life is be, do, and have. So who do you need to be? Winners are being winners by doing the preparatory work, and then they get to have the confidence of expecting to win. See how that works? Very simple. Be a winner by doing the preparatory work, be, do, and you have the confidence, and therefore you will perform at the level you need to, and you will produce the result of success. Be, do, have, perform, result. Simple. Since expectations are reflected in actions and not words, again, expectations are reflected in actions and not words, winners are constantly preparing for winning. Prepare, by the way, is a verb, an action word, meaning you are doing something, not just thinking about it, not just writing it down, not talking about it. You are doing something because the winner sees themselves as a winner. That's the B part. Then you do the thing, preparation. Then you have the confidence, the performance, and the result. Be, do, have. Again, mirrorofmotivation.com if you don't have your free copy of that book. Point number 4. Today's topic, once again, 4 things that winners never do. Number 4 thing a winner never does, they do not entertain losers, victims, and defeated people. Winners don't associate with these type of individuals, at least not for long. I told you about the 3 levels of people, the levels of associations and limiting your associations in life. Episode 1058. 3 levels of people. What are they? The 2-minute person, the 2-hour person, and the 2 days person. Winners only associate with 2 days type of individuals. Now, they can say hi and bye to the other type of people, but they can't hang around. All right, 2 minutes, like it says. Maybe 2 hours, but not 2 days. Winners do not entertain people who are losers, people who expect to lose in life, people who look at themselves as victims, and people who are just defeated. And life is kicking their ass. Winners don't hang around people who get their ass kicked by life, and then their ass is kicked by circumstance. People who lay down in life. This is the law of association in action, folks. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. So a winner can only remain a winner by hanging around other winners. This is just by the definition of the term. I can't be a winner if I'm hanging around people who ain't winners, because I'm going to become the people I hang around. So if I hang around victims all day, I might have walked into the room as a winner, but I'm going to walk out as a little bit less of a winner, maybe even a victim myself, because I'm associating with victims. Winners only want to hang around other winners. Losers only hang with other losers. So look around at your friends. If you're in a room right now with more than one person, all right, who is that person? Is that person a winner? Are they a victim? Are they a loser? Do they do the work to prepare to have the confidence so that they can go out and perform? What are they? Are you not sure? Who are you hanging with? What does the law of association say about you and your future success based on the people that you talk to? As a matter of fact, those of you who are by yourself right now, you don't have anybody around you right now. Maybe the only person around you is maybe your kids or something like that. We won't judge your kids. All right. I want you to look in your call log. Open your call log on your phone. And I want to look at the last phone numbers that you've called. Just the ones you can see on the screen right now. The people you called on the phone. The people you spoke to. Are they winners? Are they victims? Are they failures? Are they the type of people who do the preparatory work to expect success? Or are they not? This is a yes or no question. All right, there's no gray area in this one. And if you're not sure, then the answer is no. If you don't make a lot of phone calls, open your text. Who you been texting? Are those people winners? Are they succeeding? Are they doing the work to prepare to succeed in life? Or are they just on their phone texting all day? Good question. Who are you spending your time with? Who are you associating with? You become the average of those people. Look at your call log, look at your text list, look at your WhatsApp, wherever you do most of your text. Go on your Instagram, look at your DM. Who are you talking to? Winners do not associate with losers and victims. Winners do not allow the energies of people that are listed in points 1 through 3. They don't allow those energies to stay around them for too long. Winners will do one of two things when they find those type of people around them. They will either A, set those people straight, or B, get rid of them. Again, there is no gray area here. Let's recap today's class. There's 4 things that winners never do. Number 1, winners never complain. Complaining is for losers. The only use of complaining is for you to generate internal energy to fight back against whatever situation you were bitching about. But you caught yourself bitching and you stopped it. Do not broadcast your complaining to the world. That's what losers do. The key word in this point is despite. I will succeed despite fill in the blank. Whatever it is that's causing you to feel that you need to be bitching and complaining right now, I'm going to win anyway. All right, that's the mentality of a winner. Point number 2, winners never see themselves as a victim. Victims are weaker than their circumstances. That's what makes them a victim. Life is kicking their ass. The situation is kicking their ass, so they lay down and they stay down. All right, this show is not for those types of people. The only time in life you can be a victim is when you don't have life, when you're dead, because then you can't do anything about it. Otherwise, you can always control something, even if the only thing you control are your thoughts. Point number 3, winners never expect to lose, because winners do the work. Since they expect to win, they are willing to do the work. That is the discipline, the doing, to have the confidence that produces performance that leads to a result. All right, this is how winners operate at all times. And again, there is no deviation from this path. Since expectations are reflected in actions, winners are constantly preparing to win. And number 4, winners do not entertain losers, victims, or defeated people. This is the law of association in action. Winners do not associate with losers and do not allow the energies of losers around them. They either set the losers straight or they get the losers out of their association. They get them out of their circle. One or the other, you cannot let a loser hang around without you becoming one. Send me a text. Tell me what you need to change based on what you heard here today. My number is 305-384-6894. Work on your game. Dre, all day.